Hey everyone, before we get into the details, take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to hear what you think about this. Now, I recently stumbled upon an old clip. This one's from about 3 years back, but let me tell you, it's surprisingly relevant today, especially in light of everything that went down this past Easter. And the timing, almost uncanny. There's something Tiffany says in this clip that's so unbelievably ironic, you can't make this stuff up. Tonight, we're unpacking that irony. So let's get into it. Now back then, Tiffany was dealing with a situation in the village, and naturally, she felt the need to address it. You can tell this clip is from the early pandemic days. We're talking the full-on Zoom era, where nobody was in the same room, just little windows on a screen. Picture that, but here's where things start to get interesting. Tiffany begins making a point, and trust me, it hits completely different when you realize what she ended up doing later. Because with Tiffany, it's always like she's living on opposite day. She starts off with a firm warning. Board of Trustees and residents, I need everyone to know and understand, there is no trespassing at the old village hall. And the way she says it, trespassing, you can tell she's treating it like it's a federal crime. She's emphasizing it like this is serious business. She continues, saying she's been receiving reports that someone has been entering the old village hall without permission, and now she's heated. She says it doesn't matter who it is, whether you're a former employee or just a regular resident. She's baffled that anyone would even be in there. She questions how someone even got the access code. She's worked up about it, treating it like it's the crime of the century. Then she lays down the law. If anyone is caught trespassing, they'll be prosecuted to the fullest extent. You can't just enter a government building uninvited, she says with full conviction. All right, so we're following her logic, right? Seems like she's being cautious, protecting government property, until she takes it a step further. She announces, it was brought to my attention that someone, a former Village of Beaton employee, is wearing the Village of Beaton uniform. And right there, boom, that's the moment. Because according to Tiffany, wearing that uniform when you no longer work there, that's impersonating a government employee. Now keep tracking with me, because this is the part that brings everything full circle. The person in question was actually someone Tiffany fired herself back in 2021, right after she stepped into power and started figuring out how she wanted to run things. That individual hasn't worked there in years, but they're still out and about, wearing official Village of Beaton gear. Literally walking around in what looks like Tiffany's self-branded Super Mayor merch. And folks, let's be honest, that's just plain petty. Tiffany took it personally, no doubt about it. And yeah, we're going to call it what it is. This was pure pettiness. But it's what she says next that makes this clip so relevant to us today. With total authority, she declares, once you've been fired, you no longer work for the Village of Beaton. Simple, direct, no room for misunderstanding. And that's exactly why we're here now, because the irony, it's too rich to ignore. But here's the twist. This is the same woman, the same person who, after firing someone, feels it's okay to allow the merch to keep circulating, even after you're out of the job. Can you believe that? It's like she's the only one allowed to hold the keys to the kingdom, but when it comes to anyone else, they've got to follow the rules to the letter. And that, my friends, is where it gets real messy. She's holding people accountable for things she's clearly letting slide herself. The irony here is off the charts. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, and drop your thoughts in the comments below, okay? Alright, so listen to this. Tiffany's out here acting all high and mighty, talking about how you can't be impersonating a Village of Beaton employee if you've been fired. She says it's illegal to wear the uniform, use the logos, or even pretend you work there after you're out the door. But hold on a second, is that really the case though? Because here's where it gets interesting. She's all, you can't speak for the Village of Beaton anymore. You can't wear their logos on your clothes. But wait, is that actually what's happening here? You just told us someone was walking around wearing village merch. But are they really walking around in your uniforms? Or are they just throwing some logos on their clothes and calling it a day? I'm confused, Tiffany. Which one is it? Now you gotta watch how she's leaning into the camera when she says this. Too much. I caught her with her tongue out. Real special, huh? You can tell this is personal for her. She's trying to come for someone she fired, and it's giving. I'm being petty for no reason. But what's funny is, could this be about someone making googly eyes at her? I mean, we know her relationship with Kamal was on the rocks in 2021, so was she throwing shade because of that? Probably. Maybe someone was looking at Kamal and she didn't like it, huh? She always thinks someone's coming for her. Newsflash. Tiffany, it's just you. You're the only one feeling like that. Then Tiffany keeps going, telling people to take heed to the warning because apparently you can't be impersonating an employee if you're fired. She's acting like it's a life or death situation. You're not even allowed to be near the village hall after you've been let go. But here's where things get really wild, y'all. Tiffany shows up at this Easter event, giving away food she didn't even pay for, pretending like she's still the mayor. But wait, she's not the mayor anymore, is she? She's not even the supervisor. But there she is, standing in front of buildings and acting like she's both. Like, honey, that's some straight-up cosplay right there. Hey, it's Super Mayor. How y'all doing? Sis, we all know you're not the mayor anymore. You're out here pretending to be the mayor and the supervisor, and that's just a joke. She's just playing dress-up while the real issues are being ignored. Classic Tiffany. Now, Tiffany, you were just talking about how once you're fired, you can't be walking around in the village gear, right? Well, guess what? You got fired, honey. You're unemployed. You're not representing anyone. Not the village. Not anyone. You're literally unemployed. And side note, your makeup? Girl, it's giving orange. What's going on there? It looks like you have 8 layers of foundation on. I mean, seriously? Is that even a thing anymore? Who wears that much foundation? It's giving too much and it's drowning you. But wait, let me hit you with some real tea. Tiffany's out here saying anyone caught impersonating a village employee, after being fired, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Well, guess what, Tiffany? You've been impersonating the mayor and the supervisor for years now. The law says you should stop cosplaying, but I guess the law doesn't apply to you, does it? Now let's talk about that wig. Sis, they're gonna have to take that wig off you when they lock you up. I'm just saying, that wig is giving fabric. Fishing wire fabric. Honestly, it's not even good fabric. It's something you'd use to tie a fishing line, not wear on your head. And the color job? Don't even get me started. You tried to go blonde, and now your hair looks like a mix of yellow, brown, and pure accident. This is what happens when you try to bleach your hair at home with some box dye, Tiffany. I don't know who made this wig, but they sure didn't know what they were doing. You know what? It's honestly hilarious. You're out, here acting all high and mighty while your whole look screams, I don't know what I'm doing. But Tiffany, if you keep impersonating the mayor, we'll follow your rules. Full extent of the law, right? So let's see how far that goes. All right, y'all. Now let's talk about this wig situation. So Tiffany allegedly paid $1,000 for this wig. 1,000. And no way, no how is this worth that kind of money. I don't care who made it, but there's no way this wig is worth $1,000. They definitely upcharged her so they could pocket the extra cash. Look at this thing. This is not professional, Tiffany, not even close. The fact that she paid this much for this wig? Baby, that's the irony for me. This wig, with this color. Job. Whoever did it clearly doesn't know what they're doing. I mean, come on. Tiffany, you graduated from cosmetology school, right? Well, I guess they missed some very basic lessons because this wig screams DIY disaster, and Tiffany's out here wearing this mess with the job she doesn't even have anymore. This is the definition of irony, right here. She's hanging on to everything. From a job she was fired from, and that wig, yeah, it's giving orange. It's like she's trying to match the color of her foundation to her hair, but honey, you went way overboard. But you know what? I bet she's out here thinking she's the hottest thing, acting like she's the one in charge, but really, she's just acting petty. It's like she saw someone walking around in village gear and decided to dig in, totally uncalled for. So, here she is, acting all tough, trying to intimidate someone, just trying to get their stuff back. It's honestly so Tiffany. And here's the thing. Tiffany, you're the one who gave someone the boot, and now you're acting like they don't belong in the village hall? How did they even get the code? Why is that your business, honey? They probably just needed to come in and get their things, but of course you can't resist making it sound like a big deal. Classic Tiffany. You see, Tiffany's out here throwing out accusations, acting like a total joke. But what's crazy is we see it all, especially the way she's standing there talking about trespassing like she's some kind of law enforcement officer. Girl, we're not buying it. You're the one impersonating the mayor now, aren't you? You're not fooling anybody. Let me give you a little prediction here, Tiffany. It's June 7th, 2021, but in my psychic vision, I'm seeing March of 2024. Guess what? You're gonna lose your job, honey. It's coming for you. And you know who's gonna snatch it? This guy right here. He is going to take your job, and you won't even see it coming. But don't worry. This lady right here, she's gonna be in a much better place 3 years from now. She'll be happier, more at peace, but only if you stop acting like such a hot mess. Seriously, Tiffany, you could turn things around. Just stop being a total douche. It's not a good look on you. And let's not even get started on this ice rink idea. Don't name it after your daughter. I'm telling you, it's gonna be weird. So weird. You've got to stop this, Tiffany. Tiffany, sweetheart, you're way too deep into that foundation. It looks like you didn't even wash your face before slapping it on. Honestly, it looks like you've just piled layer after layer to hide the dry skin underneath. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, I've had my fun, I'm out. But hey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Show some love, y'all. If you want to keep me here, consider becoming a member because, trust me, it helps a lot. All right, y'all behave yourselves. I'm not gonna do it. Nope, not today.